When I put that post up, did you see even one person say, you guys deserve that?
People were trying to give you suggestions.
They were giving me suggestions for something that was a date. A 13-year anniversary for people who haven't even gone to get their hair professionally cut, who don't even buy themselves new underwear or bras, who don't get anything for themselves other than snacks. After 13 fucking years and fighting what I did and doing all of the shit, I don't even deserve a weekend? Yet I see how many people that have the same income we do, same responsibilities, making the kids do without they can do.
I don't think people meant you didn't deserve it.
Really? Why is it you get so excited when people offer something that isn't going to cost you anything?
No, what I mean is
that... No, Everett, you can't backtrack how you made me feel with that comment.
I wasn't trying to... That wasn't what I meant. What I'm saying is I don't think when...
How long have you had that tattoo?
Almost 3 years.
Yeah. You told me that was a reward for yourself for finishing high school, graduating. So for putting in 12 years of work in something, you deserved to do your banquet, you deserved to be spoiled for a week, you deserved to do the dance, you deserved all the hairstylists, you deserved all that spoiling for a week, and a trip to Calgary where you had several days and you spent money on an expensive tattoo. But your parents, who have been together 13 years, have rescued how many kids when most parents wouldn't have at that point? We would have had the exact same income. The only missing thing was we wouldn't have had child tax. We put ourselves out there rescuing kids, taking care of kids, putting up with how much abuse, destruction of property, costs that you guys have... I've forgotten how many thousands of dollars for you. And, yeah, picnic's a good idea. If I had said the same shit to you, Everin, you would have blown up. You would have blown up and you would have said, that's my graduation. It's 12 fucking years of school. What you did made me feel so worthless. Made me feel so worthless that you would even think that that would be okay for a 13-year anniversary. You are not going to minimize how much you hurt me with that statement. And I deserve it. The fact that you don't want to have to pay for the work of it doesn't mean we don't deserve it. And to tell me I should be happy with a fucking picnic? Screw you! And the one other person who commented, have it at home day and put the kids downstairs. That's all we fucking do. All of you guys have drained the life right out of me. I just wanted 2 fucking nights. I can't even get that. There's no fucking way I should feel bad for needing that. Get out of my room. We can't even go away for a weekend for our fucking anniversary after 13 years. Yes, I'm going to be pissed about that for a while. And the fact that they're like, ooh, I like that idea about the picnic. Yeah, okay, so if you ever go to college and you completed a ton of years and you're graduating, you expect to pay for a bloody thing.
Wow. Let's talk about it. So my mother brings up 4 points. Well, she actually brings up a few more than 4, but she brings up like 4 main points. First, about the post. Unfortunately, I can't find it. I think she has it on private. Originally, the post was about how her and her husband couldn't afford to go to a hotel on their anniversary, their 13th anniversary specifically. And when she read it out to me the night she made it, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't 100% listening. I was probably on my phone or laptop or something, but I wasn't listening. My mind was somewhere else. So when she read it out to me, I didn't really focus enough to know what it was about. So when she started reading me the comments, my brain went, oh, okay, she was looking for date ideas. I didn't realize she was ranting about her anniversary because, again, I wasn't listening. You know how when someone's talking to you and you're doing something and you're not really listening to them, but you're still like, yeah, cool. That's what I was doing, okay? One of the comments mentioned a picnic and the other one mentioned like a date night idea. Now, a lot of anniversaries, from what I know, I don't have a relationship, do have picnics or date nights. It wasn't their marriage anniversary. I mean, it was. They had been married on their anniversary, but their 13th anniversary was their 13th relationship anniversary. They had been engaged for years. Like, years and years. I think I was either 11 or 12 when they got engaged. And then they got married when I was like 21. I don't 100% know. I'd have to double check. So I, like an idiot apparently, said, oh, a picnic sounds nice. Because a picnic does sound like a nice date night. So the second thing she brings up is my tattoo and my trip to Calgary to get this lovely thing. I love it so much. I'll link the artist down in the caption so you can check her out. She's a fantastic tattoo artist. I recommend her to everybody. So the trip to Calgary that I took for my 20th birthday. I had been working at a certain job for a little over a year by then, and I decided I wanted to plan a trip for myself because I had graduated the year prior and I thought I deserved it. I had worked hard. So I took the trip to Calgary for 2 nights and 3 days. I paid for everything in my trip. My mother didn't contribute a cent of it, and I didn't want her to. I didn't want to risk her bringing it up that she had helped pay for this trip as a guilt thing later on. Guess I was wrong, and she was gonna do it anyways. Third thing she brought up was my graduation. Now, she was mistaken. We did not celebrate for a week. We celebrated for 3 days. And I will never complain about my graduation. It was fantastic. My mother did financially contribute to my graduation. She paid for my dress, and then continued to subtly fat shame me while we were waiting for it to come in. And when it did come in, it was a little bit tight, and she paid for the tickets. My ticket, her and my stepfather, and my biological father. That was to the banquet specifically. My biological father also contributed. He paid for half of my hairstyle, the lunch after my hairstyle, and he paid for my ex-best friend and I to go to a bar after the dance. As for what I paid for half of my hairstyle to be done, the entire cost of my ex-best friend's hair. This was at a high-class hairstyling place. It's still one of my favorites. So, in that sense, if we look at it from a financial point of view, my trip and my graduation, my mother didn't pay for very much of it. But here's the thing. She was asking me to pay for her anniversary. Ever since her 9th anniversary, she and my stepfather had been slowly pushing it into my head that it was going to start being my responsibility to pay for their anniversary, saying most people do once their parents reach their 10th anniversary or the kids become adults. Now, she mentions costs that she had forgiven in the past. Let's talk about that for a second. So, I don't remember how many years past this was. My mother decided to try breeding one of her dogs. Unfortunately, the pregnancy fell through. When her dog had a miscarriage, she blamed me. She told me it was my job to pay back every single cent. So, fast forward a couple of years. My mother tries again, and again, dog has a miscarriage. So she takes the dog to the vet, and the vet lets her know the reason why the dog was miscarrying every litter she had was because she had cysts in her uterus. 13th anniversary comes around. She had been wanting to stay at a hotel. What she didn't realize was that I had already paid for her to stay at a hotel. It was meant to be a surprise. I don't know when I was planning on telling her. I had scheduled it for days that I knew that my stepfather would be off, so they could just relax at the hotel, enjoy each other's company, and get the fuck out of me and my siblings' hair for 2 goddamn nights. I finally told them when the lecturing got too much. I called her up and was like, hey mom, by the way. And then she puts up this wonderful post. Oh, thank you. By the way, here's the post. I'm sorry you signed up to be a mother. After I told her about the hotel, she never apologized. In fact, here's the funny thing. She acted like she never did that. And when I brought it up, she used the classic lines of, if I did that, I would have remembered it.